Jack kept an unusual pet, the Grim Reaper. Ever since he'd picked up a strange habit, every time he left home, he'd wedge a pencil lead into the door handle. It was a secret signal between him and the Reaper, something no one else knew about. That day, when he got back, his eyes swept across the floor and caught sight of the pencil lead snapped cleanly in two. In that instant, he knew for certain someone had broken in. Jack's heart hammered in his chest, but he forced himself to stay calm. He sat down at the table, acting like nothing was wrong. Only he could see the Grim Reaper, who was pacing anxiously beside him, but Jack couldn't muster the courage to respond. He knew all too well that right next door, a fully equipped detective team was holed up in the apartment, watching his every move through high-definition cameras around the clock. They analyzed everything, every breath he took, every blink of his eye. The moment they caught him talking to thin air, he'd instantly become the prime suspect in a string of serial murders. What no one knew was that Jack possessed a deadly notebook. Anyone whose name was written in it would die under mysterious circumstances. During weeks of non-stop 24/7 surveillance, Jack hadn't made a single suspicious move, and there hadn't been any mysterious deaths in the city. Just as the surveillance team was about to wrap things up, the lead detective insisted the guy was their killer. His reasoning? The fact that nobody died during this time doesn't mean he didn't want to. It means we didn't give him the chance. The second we lift surveillance, he'll strike again. Just as the agents were preparing to arrest him, breaking news suddenly flashed across the screen. Another bizarre death had occurred. The victim had died from a sudden heart attack, symptoms identical to the previous serial murders. Everyone rushed back to the monitors. On screen, Jack was casually munching on potato chips, completely relaxed. A perfect alibi. Every detective was stunned. Did we really get the wrong guy? Someone muttered under their breath. They would never know that hidden inside the chip bag was a small media player and a tiny scrap of the death note, a small piece torn from the original notebook. His plan was so intricate, so precise, that even the Grim Reaper perched on his shoulder couldn't help but look on in amazement. With no solid evidence and nothing incriminating to grab onto, the police had no choice but to pull all their surveillance.